The Lost Cryptids Conservatory, where we will shatter your reality to bring you closer to the truth.
All right, guys, welcome back to another live show from the Lost Cryptids Conservatory. Guests and hosts today are Chad and Josh from the Lost Cryptids themselves. We hope to have Dave here pretty soon. But tonight we're talking about the Florida trip with the Bigfoot Odyssey 168 hours expedition. What a crazy adventure that was.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Yeah, exactly. The drive down there was pretty good. Nice, easy going. I would think made it down pretty fast.
Yeah, getting there was nice and easy. That's true. Getting back was a whole other story.
The trip back, yes, way different.
Expensive in the gas, and don't forget we're behind you, and all of a sudden you guys are pulling. I'm with Dave, you and Josh are together, you're pulling Dave's camper, and that louver thing for the fan in the bathroom flies up, and all of a sudden we're getting showered, all the guts blow out, and they're coming down raining on the car, and we're behind them. We're calling pull over. So no, getting down there wasn't as easy as you're making it out.
Yeah, but that wasn't that big of a deal. Not like the trouble we had on the way back. That was a quick and easy fix.
Right. Yeah, going back, I think we blew 4 tires?
Three.
It was one going down.
And one decided to take off running.
Yeah,
we blew 3, and that one never blew. It just
they broke the studs and came right off, flew off, and was rolling down the road, actually. When we get Dave in here, we'll talk about that more. But Gene Hudson, little spoiler alert, yeah, got bit by a little spider down in Florida.
Did we talk about that now or not?
Maybe not. I don't know. No, we'll leave that. That's for the video and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that actually did happen.
I'll tell you, Gene, you know about it. It was intense. You'll get full details, but I'm alive and well. I'm here. So,
spoiler alert, he's all right.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I wish we could tell you guys, but unfortunately not right now.
No, what we can tell you is we did get some good evidence for sure. We definitely got some good DNA samples to be tested and possible footage caught by myself and audio by others. So a few things going on. Hopefully we got a lot of things to look at. So it's very intense place down there. Where do you guys go ahead?
Hardly any of the video has been even reviewed yet. I mean, I've got time filming that one night, and I was filming stuff. Everybody else filmed. None of this has been gone through yet and like zoomed and frame by frame, and the audio hasn't even been touched yet, hardly.
Barely.
Very little. Yeah. So what is it? Carrie's hoping for a July release, sometime in July.
Yes, hopefully it might take longer, but from what we do know, what we have captured, it looks pretty good, and what we don't know, we're hoping for even better stuff or as good, which is going to be fantastic. So, what do you guys think about the actual terrain down in Florida? It's very different than here in Michigan.
Yeah, it reminded me. A lot of it reminded me of Texas. I mean, it's still different. You know, the humidity was about the same to me. But when we got in there, there's a lot of areas that was like, man, this is like being in the tropical rainforest. you hear all these sounds that you don't hear in Michigan.
I lived there for 2 years, so I'm like really familiar with the terrain. I've been out in it plenty of times, and like Josh said, the noises aren't the same that we're used to hearing here in other places. There are noises of native species there that are kind of weird, but they're just a bug or a bird, or the darn whippoorwill would never shut up.
Yeah, those are pretty neat.
I know we heard owls and chickadees just about every night.
Yeah, the forests in North America are, the animals are the same. It's just a different terrain, different features, and you got different bushes. And these, I can see why the Florida skunk ape and Sasquatch down there can hide and are very adapted to hiding, because some of the stuff, it's you could break your leg if you go too fast and you don't watch out. And the snakes and stuff. We don't see many snakes.
That's 2 weeks old, man. That's 2 weeks old. From that.
Then the hogs were pretty rampant when we were out there. We were lucky enough not to run into any, but we could definitely. I think we saw one, and Blake, I know you heard some out there that you spooked. There was a lot of signs that they were there, so we were lucky enough not to run into any of those.
Yeah, right by camp, there was one seen, actually by you and Todd. You guys didn't see it, but everyone else seen it. I seen the back of it. It was crossing the road. The hog damage around there was crazy. I mean, there must be, thousands of hogs out there.
They do a lot of damage, though. So 3 hogs can look like 100 hogs. It's like coyotes howling. 3 coyotes sound like 50. 3 hogs will just destroy an area in no time.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of. Here's Dave. A lot of hogs out there, and I spooked some one morning walk.
Oh, hey, Dave.
I took off.
Hey guys.
Hey.
What's up, man?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm okay. How are you guys?
Doing good.
I'm good. I'm out of town at the moment. That's why my background looks different.
I see. Glad you can make it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't miss this for the world.
See, it was a great trip. And what did you think about the Florida itself, Dave? The terrain and going out.
Oh, I saw a lot more cattle farms than I thought ever existed in Florida. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that was surprising to me in Central Florida. But it was it's really interesting.
Yeah, it was, and we have seen a few gators, actually, some big boys. It was pretty neat. We had one right by camp, actually, about a 6-footer, right?
About 6-7 feet. Yeah, it was pretty big. One of the big black gators.
Hold on.
Yeah, he was really dark. I was surprised how dark he was. Thought they'd be a little bit more lighter, but Yeah, he definitely would have done some damage, killed someone. And he was into this little pond that was right there by camp. It was
Mm-hmm.
50 yards from where people are sleeping. It's
Yeah, that was an interesting story.
Do you want to answer Gene Hudson's question there, Blake?
Let's see. Which one? The recent.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
This one?
Yep. You want to answer that?
Yeah, we definitely plan on going to that next one.
Mm-hmm.
Dave's actually going to be team leader on that, so yeah, we definitely are planning to be on that. And yeah, go Dave. Dave was awesome. It really was awesome on this whole trip and getting things done and dialing in the data. So Carrie has it and can go to each day and everything. So
Yeah, from definitely what it sounds like, we all learned a lot from this one trip. So there's going to be some changes made to where it's going to be a little easier for all of us. So I'm looking forward to that.
I don't have to do gas runs anymore. I did them every day. Carrie told me you're no longer doing. I said if I have to, I will. But I appreciate
there's
that.
definitely more people needed. Well, it's hard, you don't really know what to expect till you're out there, boots on the ground, and doing it. And then you realize, well, man, there's a lot more stuff that has to be done and work around, and everyone has to do their part. And on top of going out researching and
running 2 full-size generators for 16 hours a day, that takes a lot of gas and the propane we went through. I'm sorry, go ahead, Josh.
Well, I was going to say, and another good thing that's going to happen is, I know when we come back from the field, we're always really tired, but we still had to dump data and make sure everything was charged. But we plan on having people in charge of that, so we can pretty much come back, rest, and be ready for the next one. So I'm looking forward to that. Get a little more sleep. There wasn't much sleep going around this time.
There we go.
And Dave's covering up in a blanket, you guys. You guys all see this, right? Look at him.
I am.
Hey, man.
I got my shorts on, man. So do something.
But yeah, man, Dave handled all the data dumping and all that. I mean, we did a lot, helped a lot, and I was successful. Definitely successful for Bigfoot Odyssey, and I think the Lost Cryptids did pretty good out there themselves. So, but yeah, we'll be going back. Should be a lot easier. More time in the field. Overall, it's definitely be much bigger, more ambitious by tenfold, I would say. So it's going to be even more of a crazy ordeal, and should get even more evidence.
Well, like you said, we all learned. Even Mark Zasky said he learned a lot from this. And Mark Zasky wasn't used to, he openly admitted it in interviews, he wasn't used to having the data miners, the forensics, and the way everything was ran. I don't know. I give us kudos. We did a good job. That's why we're invited back. So yes, Nicole, the 4 of us are going back, unless something comes up with one of us and we can't, and then Carrie will replace someone.
Well, I know I'll be there no matter what it takes.
Right, exactly. It's the whole place is like overran with the Sasquatch. I mean, we were having activity pretty much close to camp. In fact, we did, and the whole area is just intense. And we went out to some crazy spots. I had a lot of strange activity happen. Some stuff, again, we can't talk about yet, but a lot of stuff you guys are going to be surprised about actually did happen. Not saying it's all woo related, but there definitely was some stuff going on at the same time. So,
and the Bigfoot stuff we can't talk about. Come on, I mean, there's a lot we can't let you guys know. I wish we could.
Well, you're gonna have to watch the film and stuff when it comes out. Then we'll be able to talk about it. But some of the stuff that Carrie has said is Yeah, people have seen Sasquatch, Mark Zaski, and Barry Browning. Seen a Sasquatch over at the fake tent area. I know me and Josh seen stuff. Dave experienced some stuff. Chad's seen some stuff. You know, we're not going to really talk about the details, but definitely a lot of stuff going on. And what an experience! I know, Dave, you had a pretty amazing experience, and so what are you, as a team leader now? What are you expecting for this next trip after your experience from this previous one?
I think it's going to be all together, and it's going to be no joke, for sure. We're going to be going out hitting it hard. Everyone is, and it's going to be the real deal. I don't like to give away too much here, but I think it's going to be treated with a degree of seriousness that you rarely see.
Exactly.
That's what I'd say.
Here's a question from Robin Ward. Did you all lose weight from the humidity? Oh yeah.
I did,
Yeah.
Robin.
Yeah, we lost a
Can
lot
I
of
answer
water.
that? Wait, no, man. Blake drank like 40 protein drinks the whole time down there. He didn't lose no weight.
I lost a little fat, but yeah, I gained probably muscle. Yeah. No, it was hard on the body. It's hard. It was like 85, 90 during the day.
The humidity, and when you're out there in the direct sunlight, ambient is 85 to 90, but that direct sunlight, when you're on grass or other areas, the heat coming off that isn't the ambient air temperature, so it's actually hotter. That's the weird thing about Florida. And one other thing I'd like to say, and I'm going to hand it off to you guys and let you run with it. Everywhere we went, there was activity of some sort, which is crazy. We were like miles away in certain areas. We're not giving them away. And then we're by camp. Everywhere we went, something happened. All right. I'm on mute.
Yeah, basically. Go ahead, Josh. I know you're trying to say something.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, we
It'll
did.
come-
There's a lot.
It'll come back.
We found a lot of stuff. Josh found some good stuff. Found some prints, and we got some good DNA evidence. eDNA. So hopefully we'll be able to get that tested here soon. Get that tested somewhere reliably. We have a few sources that we're going to be checking into. I know we're going to figure out what Carrie wants to do with all that too. It was awesome with Mark Zaski. I mean, he's definitely knows what he's doing down in these areas, and he took us right to these spots where we were having activity. Like Chad said, almost in every spot we went to, eventually something did happen, or from minor things to major things. Stuff getting thrown, actually, yells, calls, responses, interactions. So some minor interactions that did actually take place. So it was awesome having the people out there, like Christopher Noel. He was just fantastic. And his approach out there is definitely unique and different than a lot of people. So it's definitely awesome to have him out there, and all the other people out there that was with us. They're all fantastic, and we have a lot of experience. So I'm excited for this next trip. It's going to be even more off the walls, challenging, but also rewarding if we just do it like we did this time around.
Absolutely.
So, what was your favorite time out there, Josh? What was your favorite time doing out there?
Just being out. I loved being out at night. That was my favorite. I was always geared up, ready to go. Anytime someone even mentioned a hint of going somewhere, I'm just like, all right, let's go. I know we are all doing that. Yeah, that was the most exciting. I think an undisclosed area was one of my favorite areas. I'll be able to talk more about it after everything's been released, but I'd say that was one of my most favorite times out there. A lot of interactions.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Florida is just overran with them. I think they're everywhere, but yeah, I think Bigfoot Odyssey, this film coming out, it's gonna be pretty awesome. Major jam packed full of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
of evidence and what the people were doing, and everyone who went was awesome. They had like Barry Browning, we had Mark Newbell out there, Jeff Townsend, they had Lynn, Stevie, Mogs, Russell came out there.
Christopher Noel.
Todd, can't remember his last name, the camera guy, he was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the woods with us.
Todd Cummins.
Clay. Yeah, Todd Cummins. Clay. There's a few more people I'm missing. Gary, of course. But getting out there with all these different people and researchers, non-researchers and stuff is definitely a good experience. And we definitely got a lot of good stuff, man. I'm surprised at how well it went.
Yeah, I wanna talk about it so badly.
Well, hang on. How can you forget Bradley, man? Nicole called you out there, Blake. How can you forget Bradley? There was Jimmy.
Yep, Jimmy. Yep, I knew I was getting too many people. Yeah. Jimmy was awesome. He, I can't remember his full channel. It's something long, but it's Florida Frosted Giants. He's awesome. He goes out there. He's definitely like us, just straight through the hardwoods and the brush and trying to find the answers. And he found a lot of good stuff. Found some DNA evidence. For sure. Really keen eye. Awesome individual, for sure.
Rumor has it he's a leader on the next expedition. He gets a leader spot for, and then you're forgetting what about the cook, Simone? Wonderful. Simone, I hated that she had to leave a day before we did because she did such a spectacular job. Everybody, come on, admit it. This woman catered to us. Unbelievable. Her ethic.
And the food was great. I mean, amazing, top-notch stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure who's going to be all lead. I know Dave is definitely a leader. I don't think that's going to be changing. So
no,
I can't.
Dave and Jimmy right now. It's official.
All right.
Carrie announced it. Dave and Jimmy so far. There's one more leader to be announced. It was announced, so I can say it.
We're going to have multiple teams. A lot more people are going. It's going to be a lot easier on the researchers, a lot easier on everyone else having the work spread out. And it's going to be sweet. And Dave, a huge part of this last operation with the data collecting and securing it and copying it and make sure everything was there. So it's no wonder he's the team leader this time around. And with his experiences, what happened this last time, I know he's eager to get back out there. What do you think is how are you going to play it around? How are you going to be the team leader this time around, David? How do you think it then compared to what happened last time? Do you think you're going to bring any significant changes, or how are you going to operate?
I think it's going to be different for everybody. That's from Carrie. That's for everyone. Learning, knowing what we know now. It was tough to be out there. So it was tough to do. It's like being in an episode of Survivor or something, I came home and was so tired and so overwhelmed, and not just with the 2 weeks or the week. I'm sorry, but the rest of the days getting home and everything were pretty tiring. But in as far as what happens out there with the teams and everything like that, we are going to be doing different tactics this time. Basically, the Lost Cryptids are going to be going out and doing what we always do. Going to be trying a few different things, but we're going to be successful from what we learned this time around. For instance, Carrie's building a huge trailer to house all the computers and stuff, so we don't have to tear them down every night because of the dew. We had to tear everything down and set everything up again in the morning and try to get it to work again on a very unstable power supply from a generator, which is not the ideal thing to do. So we have things in place, in regards to that. Other things are going to be different. As far as the teams going out, it's going to be more regimented, where certain teams will be going out at certain times. And we're going to be sticking more so towards a schedule than this time. This time, it's like people went out. Whoever was around wanted to go out could go out, and sometimes it seemed like a grade school field trip. With so many people. I am of the opinion that the less go out, the better, and the more likely you are to have some experience happen. So what I'm kind of wanting is 3 people and a cameraman, no more. And I think that would totally help our cause. Another tactic I'd like to employ out there is the lost sheep tactic, or the old sheep tactic, rather, where you have one person in the group that lags behind, because what we saw time and time and again was that the activity that we did saw was because someone fell behind. So I think that there's important things to try with that. So we're going to be doing a lot of different things. It'll be a lot different because everyone, again, the learning curve, what we know now. What we know now is significantly more than any of us knew going into it.
Yeah, exactly. The teams going out. Smaller teams, more spread out. Definitely probably have more chances of with the activity, is what we found, of course. That lost sheep, the old sheep, however you want to say it.
Old sheep.
The old sheep. It worked a few times. Chad actually employed it, and
I think that different tactics like these will definitely work, and we just need to be open-minded to them. And what tactics do you think would work, Josh?
Well, there's a few ideas that haven't been really tested yet, using some new technology that I would like to implement. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. You're good, man.
Okay. I'm using the mic on my computer. I usually don't use it, so it doesn't pick up very well. But yeah, I definitely, like I said, different technology I want to implement and try to use, and maybe I have some tactic ideas, and I know it's up to the team leaders, but it'll definitely be transferred to the team leader. So hopefully we can use them out in the field. And I'm assuming we will, because everybody really took our ideas and went with them this last expedition. So I don't think there should be issues. We won't get to use them.
You know what I really liked about this time around? I think I can say, again, I don't want to give away too much, but we focused on the forensic recovery of evidence which I think is wonderful. It's great. Both you guys did it, Josh and Blake, and I'm very proud of you guys for that. That we did get some good evidence where we could gather evidence, and ultimately that's going to lend to proving things that we set out to do. Um, one thing I can say about the area out there is that everything is out there. Everything is out there, without exception. I think from leftover from Hurricane Andrew, leftover from whatever. So there's stuff out there that we don't even know, guys.
Yeah.
Can we get Gene Hudson's question?
Skunk ape is one of them.
Then I'll answer it. Okay, no, Gene, most of the time I was out there, I prefer night. I don't like large groups. Do I know if anybody did during the day? No, but what I can tell you, Gene, is that when we were out there at night with our night cameras, we were filming all the way around. So we did film behind us. Did we wear them on our backs? I don't know of anybody that wore anything on their back. If they did, you wear it on your back during the day. But at night, we did film behind us. Thank you.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think anyone wore on their back facing. I think people pointed as they walked, but
I know
good.
I'm sorry, Blake. I know a lot of us check behind us a lot, and I know I did a lot too. And a lot of things we experienced were from doing that, which you will hear about.
Yep.
I think everyone was looking behind themselves, and just to be watching out for whatever might be out there. Was a crazy place. And I think maybe one of those tactics that we need to at least talk about employing is to have like the last person in the group wear a camera or a GoPro on their back. I think might yield some decent results.
Yeah, most definitely. From my experience down there, these two creatures are definitely watching to where you're gonna look and face and try to move when you're not watching and looking, and that's where one made a mistake, and I got one on film with Carrie's big nice camera, and he has talked about it a little bit, so you guys will be able to see that footage.
I was with you, and my back was faced the other way. I didn't get to see it. I was right next to you, but I was looking down the other side of the trail. You're like, "Oh my God, it looked at me," and it's like, yeah. But there's another good question that Nicole asked, and I want all of us to answer it. Okay, everybody's opinion. Do you think they are flesh and blood, or there we go? Go ahead. Who wants to start?
Blake disappears. Hold on 1 second. Wait. I figured out what's going on here. All right, guys.
Not me.
Not me. Not it. Come on, guys. I'll go first. I think that we're dealing with flesh and blood primate. Now, I think they're very, very good in the woods. I think they're excellent in the woods. Far surpass anything that we can do with our senses and everything. Like when you step in the woods, I think they already smell you. They already know you're there. About every time they know you're there. As far as cloaking and other things, I've seen pictures that Mark Zaski's put out that are very compelling, worthy of further study, but nonetheless very compelling. And maybe there is something to the type of hair that's on them, and I'm not talking about a metaphysical cloaking or anything like that. That reflects the light or refracts the light in a certain way to make them appear different in the dark than they appear in the light. So next, who's up? That's my answer. I'm sticking to it.
Go up. Blake, let's go around clockwise. You're next, Blake.
Well, they're flesh and blood for sure, definitely. It's undetermined yet if they are, say, like Nephilim or anything more or they have unique special abilities and stuff. Definitely some paranormal stuff does happen around Sasquatch areas and around Sasquatch sightings from our own experience here in Michigan and in Florida. So I think they're just masters of the woods. They can do a lot of physical stuff. They can spider crawl. They can do a lot of unique things that would make us think it's paranormal, but it's undetermined, in my opinion, if it's what they're doing or not, or something else. So we will see.
Gonna pass the torch or what?
Pass the torch to you, Chad.
All right. I strictly believe they are flesh and blood. However, I believe that their intelligence is so close to humans, but their adaptation to their environment and how they survive in all different areas is different in different areas. That's why people think, what I can't even talk about what I witnessed on that video that you guys are going to see. If what is on the video that is going to come out is what we think it is, you're going to know how they stay unseen. And so flesh and blood all the way for me, they do have abilities that we don't understand. Natural abilities we probably used to have. Now I'm passing the torch to you, Josh.
Yeah, I think they're flesh and blood as well, from what I've gathered from being out in the field. But I will tell you, there are some things that are strange out there that do seem to ride the woo plane. I don't think Bigfoot is one of those things. But I do believe there are other things out there that are a little way beyond our reasoning, I guess. From what I've seen, and a lot of that will come up in this documentary. But yeah, that's about where I fall. And like I said, like Blake said, I haven't really seen enough evidence to see that these things are more than just physical, actual beings. So that's where I'm at with that.
Can I follow up, Josh?
What was that, Dave?
Can I follow up, Josh?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. Just really taking all your thoughts here and everything leads me to say that science right now cannot explain everything that's out there. Like a few hundred years ago, the atom would have been like magic, or our technology would seem like it would be, I think they've called it indistinguishable from magic. And likewise, 500 years from now, things that we think right now are supernatural will have some sort of natural explanation to them. And skunk ape or Bigfoot might be one of these topics, that later is found to be some sort of natural occurrence that we just can't explain now.
And yeah, thank you, Dave. That's what I was trying to get at. I think a lot of this stuff is so beyond our reasoning at the moment that it seems kind of out there. It's kind of magic and wooey, and
it does, buddy. I had stuff happen to me, and I can't really say now, but it was really interesting. Not exactly your textbook sighting, and just things that had happened that have made me wonder and question, what these things are. And you'll see that in the film. And I never expected it. I never wanted it, but nonetheless, it happened. So I have to deal with that.
Well, Robert Dendoven had a question. Were we happy with the weather in Florida? Heard it was muggy, but with no rain showers. Well, it rained our last night out, which wrecked our whole thing, which I wasn't happy with. And no, I particularly, we'll roundtable this. I particularly was not happy with the weather. For the time of year, it was really hot and muggy. It should have been a little cooler. Okay, Josh, you.
Yeah, I loved it. I felt right at home. Growing up in Texas, that's what I grew up in, and it didn't take me long to acclimate to it. So after I did, I felt like I was back at home in Texas. So I did pretty okay with it.
Well, I can tell you it was very hot, very muggy, and that did affect all of the electronics and computer equipment that we had. We had to basically tear it down every night and put it back up because of the dew in the morning, and it was really tough each day to get everything up and running again. And how we plugged things in the order in which we plugged them in really mattered to the generator and to whether or not this stuff would work. So that was unexpected. It was very, very muggy. We had some bugs, mosquitoes, and things like that out there as well. The last night it did rain. It rained pretty hard, and it still was hot and muggy. It made it a lot tougher, I think, being out there than if it would have been cooler. It's a lot tougher resting too, trying to get rest.
Yeah, it was hot. It was 80, 90 degrees. I think it took about a day. You acclimate pretty good. Working out in summer heat here in Michigan, it's reminding me of that, so it wasn't too bad. Plus, when you're on a mission, having fun, trying to search for Bigfoot, it kind of becomes secondary. As long as you fuel up, and like Chad was saying, I was drinking protein shakes and all that because got to have vitamins and all that. It helps muscle recovery, and this big thing, especially when you're out there 7 days every day. 8 hours plus days doing stuff. It wears on you. So yeah, definitely. I think we had V8s and stuff there too. Anything and everything to help boost recovery the next day was definitely needed. As long as you stay hydrated and stuff and know your limits, you're okay. I think we did have a few people actually overheat. The beginning symptoms of heat stroke. Basically,
heat exhaustion, not stroke.
Yeah. Well, it leads to it, and it can be fatal out there. Yeah. So during the daytimes, these Sasquatches are in the shadows, in these pom bushes, and in these I mean, it's definitely during the day they're hanging out in places to stay cool, and then at nighttime they're running around hunting, expelling energy, being physical. So during the daytime, they're pretty hunkered down unless they're spying and moving around slowly. But the most optimal time was like 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. The mist and stuff would move in, and it was like air conditioning out. It was awesome. That was when the most activity happened, was at nighttime, when the mist rolled in. Anytime that mist started rolling in at nighttime, you knew something was going to happen. So I think it plays a big factor in what they do down in Florida, at least.
Okay, so my big theory, and I try to teach these guys, and Blake followed my instructions. You never want to fill your belly full of food and go out on the heat and overheat and go on a big walk. That's why liquid nutrients are important. The V8, the vitamins, all the vitamin boost you get, the protein drinks. If you eat a big bacon and waffles and eggs breakfast and go out there on a 3-hour hike, there's a good chance you're going to get sick. Because it just doesn't. I worked in Florida for 2 years in the heat. It never worked for me. So that's why they were important. But there was another question. And I'm biased, so I can't answer it. It was asked, how did Squatch Dog do? So Josh, you start, then Dave, and then Blake, and I'm not going to answer.
He did good. Just like he did at home. He seemed to fit right in. No issues at all.
Yeah, he was a good puppy. There was one night he alerted to something outside of camp with one of the other researchers. One of the researchers you guys forgot to mention earlier, and you're probably making him feel bad. I'm not going to bring it up.
I mentioned it. I yelled at him. It was Bradley.
Okay, all right. You yelled at him.
I did.
You yelled at him.
Okay.
But he alerted to something out there. And it was nice having him along. I think it was great having him in camp. He was loved by everyone, and he was just a real big help to have there.
Yeah, exactly. He was a good boy. He got off one time, started running. There was horses around there, so he did pretty good though, and of course got a little action himself, which you guys will hear more about. And it just confirms what we're trying to do with Squatch Dog is trying him to basically understand what we're out there doing, so he can alert and do things, and be very quiet about it. He doesn't bark about it, so he's not barking at Sasquatch or anything like that. He quietly alerts, quietly lets you know. He does certain things that he's self-taught basically too. We didn't teach him how to be quiet or not to bark and stuff, so it's very unique situation that we find ourselves in with Squatch Dog. And there's other dogs out there that are doing the same thing. I know M-Best down in Mississippi have some dogs that they're actually training. A second dog now for squatching. So yeah, it's a very vital tool that we're exploring and going to explore. And it's been paying off. It's going to pay off. So he did excellent.
He did great, but using him down in Florida is a little bit different than using him in Michigan.
Right. We didn't use him. We didn't use him at all. He stayed in camp.
Not like we would have used him up here. Up here we have him fitted with a GoPro and in his protective chest harness and everything, and send him out, and he often runs ahead of us. And that I wish we could have done in Florida, but obviously for safety reasons, there's snakes, alligators, everything else out there that we couldn't do down in Florida. But he was there. He was with us. He was a great team mascot, and he did great.
That's right. So yeah, we are in Michigan, and strange land. So Squatch Dogs can get more action when we got a lot of trips planned here. So we got a conference actually July 17th. We got a lot of good speakers. Cliff Brackman himself. We got Robert Kreider. We got Carrie Arnold is coming. Going to be speaking and hopefully showing the film. There. And we got Janice Carter. I know Jason Kenzie coming to show his newest film out there. It's going to be a fantastic event.
Well, we can't forget Adam Davies. We cannot forget Ken Gerhard.
Yeah.
I think Ernie said it best. It's going to be like the Woodstock of Bigfoot conferences. It's a really good comparison because we have a really good crew coming for this, and really great guests, really great speakers, and we're going to explore the entire range of not only necessarily Bigfoot but paranormal, cryptid
guys.
topics.
So
and
as you guys can see right here,
we have Steve Ward as a Michigan speaker. He's outside Detroit and everything. If you're watching, Steve, can't wait to have you talk. But he is a Mothman expert, and he goes down to he goes down to West Virginia every year for the Mothman festival and everything. Gives guided tours in the bunkers down there, and he's got quite an interesting story to tell. So I'm looking forward to people like him coming.
Yeah, exactly. We got our local speakers, Val Savala, who's Lost Cryptid member. He also does the Michigan Bigfoot and Reports Gumshoe Corner Facebook group. Robert Daigle, who is the godfather of Michigan Bigfoot, one of them. Shatan Noor, who is a author. She's a head editor at GQ, Squatch GQ magazine. Robert McCrae, Steve Ward, like you said. Yeah, July 17th, it's an all-day event. We have a lot of speaking. We got 2 different rooms. We got a woo room full of just everything you can imagine, ghosts, cryptids.
Anything goes, buddy. Anything goes. Anything goes, buddy.
And hey,
And
give Miranda Young an introduction.
Miranda
Absolutely.
Young is
She's
gonna
a
be
ghost biker girl.
awesome in there. Yep.
And-
So
and-
ghosts, cryptids, stickman, mothman, woo side, paranormal orbs, UFOs, whatever's out there. It's it's all going to be discussed in there, and stories going to be shared, and just fantastic.
And now we got Carrie Flippin Arnold coming in, and he may debut the first episode in the theater. He may. I don't know. It was mentioned. He said depends when it comes out.
It depends on what he gets done, of course. But he's going to be there to speak. He's going to have an interesting story and overall opinions on stuff.
Yeah. Well, what I'm most excited about is that when he's done speaking, that he's going to just film the atrium. He's going to film every vendor and get to talk to every person, get opinions. He'll have one-on-ones with Cliff, Ken, Adam, Robert, Jason, Miranda, Janice, Carrie, Val, Robert, Shanae, Steve, and Robin.
Yes.
He's going to have one-on-ones with all of them, and he's going to do it live on Bigfoot Odyssey. And it's a great thing. It really is.
We also got another local Michigan speaker who's not listed because we're always changing things up. So we're actually adding some more people. But Jim Sherman, he's a local Michigan BFRO guy. He captured the Isabella Bigfoot howl. If you look that up on YouTube, he was featured on some of the Michigan episodes of Finding Bigfoot in the town hall meeting. Great local guy, very knowledgeable, and so we're honored that he's going to be coming to speak for us at the conference. And so it's going to be jam-packed full of very knowledgeable people on the Bigfoot side, and then the woo side is just going to be a slobber knocker full of just awesome debate craziness. And everyone's going to be going in and out of that room. So yeah, it's going to be, and we're going to have catering. We're going to have food there. There's hotel rooms available.
Discounted.
Vendors.
Discounted.
Discounted rooms. Discounted rooms, of course. You just mentioned the conference, all that. Go on the website, MichiganBigfootConference.com. You can find all the information on there. We have limited vendor tables available now, so it's dwindling down. We're going to have a ton of vendors available. So if you guys want to get a table, better place your order in now and get this stuff set up. Tickets are available. Start getting it. We got a couple months out. It's going to be filling up pretty fast. We got a pretty big venue that's fully COVID compliant, so we can still fit a lot of people in there. Michigan is opening back up, so it's going to be all fully COVID compliant, and we're going to have a lot of people to fit in there. So it's going to be pretty awesome. So
we're looking forward to a great event.
Exactly,
and this is going to be awesome. Follow up on a couple of questions here. Carrie Arnold, you can catch him at Bigfoot Odyssey on YouTube, and they have about 35 or 38,000 followers So it's a pretty huge channel. If you haven't been there, check it out. Carrie's one of the hosts of that, and also the leader of the expedition that we just got back from Florida.
Love
And
me some Carrie.
he has quite a story of his own encounter. That's very, very compelling, that he tells, and it's in one of the last episodes that they did of Bigfoot Odyssey, so you can log on and check that out as well. But the guy is solid, so I look forward to working with him again.
We got a good question.
Yeah,
If I can ask it.
real quick. So this conference is in Ann Arbor, Michigan, July 17th. Again, go to MichiganBigfootConference.com, get your tickets. We also got, as you can see there, Merck and ticket sales on the left, Neon tickets. And you guys, help support us, come to this event, meet all these people. You can meet Cliff, you can meet Ken, Gerhard, Adam Davis, Robert Kreider. I mean, you can meet these guys face to face. You can meet us, hang out, buy some casts from all these vendors. I know Cliff's going to be there. He's going to be selling his cast molds they have, one of a kind replicas that you won't see anywhere else. The real deal. I know he has a hand that is just truly massive, and until you see it firsthand, you just can't believe how incredible it is. So trust me, you want to be here and you want to talk to these guys because they will talk to you. I personally have seen Cliff at a conference, and he will take the time to answer your questions and do it one-on-one. So
where can you go? Event. Where can you go, guys, to get all of these people together in one place and have access to all these people at once? It's really an incredible thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, so the question I had to ask, I'll wait, but let's point this out. Ernest Fargo, a valued member of Lost Cryptids, is going to have one of the largest cast collections he's going to display, which will have the hand that Cliff has, all that, because Ernie he buys it all. So there is going to be a whole room set up with nothing but casts, and they're going to all have an explanation where they came from. We're going to all have everything written out in front of every cast, every handprint, everything, which is going to be awesome. But there was a question asked: how did we feel about Robert Kreider's equipment? Well, I'll start and then I'll pass it on. Well, in the beginning, it was set up wrong. It worked good, but it was set up wrong because there's a misunderstanding that the mic had to face in.
Because of who? Wait. Because of who?
Because of Blake. Okay.
Who are we going to pin
So he took that. No, hang on. I'm going to tell. No, let me tell.
Come on.
Here, I'm going on. No.
You do it, buddy.
This is the truth. So we're trying to set up the brand new Lost Cryptids parabolic mic that was not cheap, but very high quality. Robert tells Blake, okay, when you're in camp and there's a lot of noise, you put the mic out. When you're in the deep woods, you put the mic in. Well, so Blake thought it meant flip the mic around. No, the mic always has to face in the dish. So there's a rod that it's an alligator clip. There's a rod that the microphone slides down. When you slide this down, it's incredible. If you're in camp, you can't have it down there. You'll hear, you won't even hear stuff. Everything will be babbled. But then you slide it out. But the mic always has to be facing in. So the first couple days, Blake set it up. I'm not saying nothing, Blake. I know. I forgive you. I love you, brother. He had the mic facing out. It always has to face in. But we did figure that out. And how did I like Robert Kreider's equipment after I figured out the mic has to face in? It's incredible. Literally, when I drove that mic all the way down into the dish, I got scared one night. I can say this. I got scared one night. Okay, Josh, Blake, and I were out.
Don't give up too much, buddy.
I'm
Don't
not,
give it up.
I'm not.
Okay.
All right. But now that I've got
You got
this thing,
scared.
okay.
Let's
Well,
just say
why
you got scared.
Can I talk about the fart? All of a sudden, when I figured it out, and I'm 30 yards away, and I'm pointing away, and Josh farts and said, "Did you hear that, Chad?" I'm like, "Yeah." Okay, there. I talked about that, and that really.
That's how good the equipment was. And your story is a little far fetched, Big Fish. I think we had it on for an hour facing point the other way, but we faced it the right way. But when you adjusted it, it was night and day. But
let's give a review, man. Give a review for Robert Kreider.
Amazing stuff, great. Buddy. Amazing stuff. Keep it up. That's what I say. Yeah,
exactly. One of a kind. If you want the best parabolic dish for the money, gotta go with Robert Kreider for sure.
Sorry, Josh.
The equipment. Go ahead, Josh.
Sorry, Josh. Sorry, Josh.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. No, he does have some good stuff. I really like the parabolic. It worked really well. You could hear, what's directly in front of you, and it's real good at cutting stuff out next to you, so you could hear much better in front of you. It was amazing.
Yeah, exactly. It was the best I've seen so far. But we had a lot of equipment there. A lot of people had a lot of good equipment, night vision. The Psionics out there was pretty awesome. Once we got the right kind of lighting and conditions, it works with star lighting, so it works with ambient light or artificial light.
Well, we did have a crazy night. Remember the full moons? We had like almost a full moon, and you could see everything in the full moon. I mean, it was like it was daylight with it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good piece of equipment. I believe we recorded some pretty good things on it. I hope. It's hard to say. There's a lot of evidence to go through. I know we did film a lot of things that we know if we filmed, a lot of things we don't know if we did film it or what we caught behind us, to the side of us. But a lot of people did see things.
That's your film, Blake, and I put it up on the big 50-inch monitor and everything, and we adjusted contrast, we adjusted Z factor, we adjusted for a lot of things, and you know what? There's something that went across the road there, buddy.
It's unexplainable.
What it is?
It's not a pig.
We're gonna have to find out. We're going to have to, it's worthy of further study to figure out what this thing was. But there was something there, buddy. I don't know what it was, but you guys got it on film. You guys got it, and it will be in the movie. It will be in
Blake
the series.
Got it. My back was turned. I was filming the other way, man, or looking the other way. I wasn't even filming. I didn't have a camera. Blake had it. He's like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, turn around, and it was already gone.
Yeah, I hope it's not a pig. I mean, to me, it definitely did not look like a pig. Did not act like a pig. And we can talk about this.
Pig. We would have heard a pig. Blake, we would have heard it. I'm telling you, it would have made noise.
Yes.
It was a totally different shape from what I saw, guys. And I wasn't there, Blake, but totally different shape, totally different stuff going on.
At all. When the video doesn't do it justice compared to what I've seen, and trust me, it's very low to the ground. It could be, I'm going to be a little skeptical and stuff, and I'll be reserved because I don't want to be saying it's something and then it's, a pig or something. But it did not look like a pig to me. Looked like something very low to the ground, either cat-like or maybe a juvenile Sasquatch. And turned and looked at me, and it's when it seen me looking at it, it turned quickly and bulldozed straight through, and actually was heading towards other people, and you'll find out what happens after that. But I did freak out a little bit. Seeing is definitely believing. If it in fact was a Sasquatch, and if it was doing the spider crawl thing, seeing is believing, and it definitely caught me off guard. Because you're always looking up. You're always expecting, these things are standing up. They crawl, blah 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 blah. But when you actually see the motion or what you think they do, it's totally different ball.
Blake,
game.
I'm always watching the trees, buddy. That's where my eyes are.
Dude, my eyes are gonna be down low, man.
Especially in Florida, there's just everything out there. So whatever it is, it was interesting, and hopefully we get some answers. So that's what's really great about it. We get it on film now, and it can be looked at, it can be reviewed by the right sorts of people, and hopefully we get an answer for you.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of good things happened that night. That was actually probably the middle, I would say, of one night. So there's things that happened before and things that happened after, and things that happened the next day. So it's a very good chance that we actually did capture some Sasquatch on the camera.
Something that we haven't even seen yet because we were just blindly recording and had cameras set up in camp out on the tree lines as much as possible, just running 24/7. And I'm not sure anyone's reviewed those cards yet. So there's a lot of data to go through before we can say what we saw and what we didn't see and what we got and what we didn't get.
Yeah, that's what we know. I believe Mark said he captured what he thinks is Sasquatch, peeking into camp. I believe he's announced that, and there's a lot of stuff we got to go over. I know for a fact Carrie has talked about that film, and hopefully with some editing, you guys can see it.
Mark had some pictures.
It's gonna be awesome.
Mark had some pictures. I have to say, looking at his crypto reality page on Patreon, and he has stuff posted from the 160 Hours Expedition, but I have to say that a few of those pictures, they're pretty compelling, when you look at them and see what's in them and everything. So definitely go to Patreon, check it out. He has all sorts of really good stuff out there. There's exclusive stuff as far as stuff that's going on in camp, stuff out in the field as well, interviews, things like that. So check them out.
Yeah, it was just an epic time, guys. It was just looking back, it was just what an adventure. And driving back was such a hassle. Driving through Georgia just wanted to keep us there. They ended up taking Dave's car, and we totaled the car and had to leave it in Georgia. Actually,
did we spend 2 days in Georgia? I'm pretty sure we spent 2 days in Georgia.
At least, if not 3. And the whole conspiracy of it, Kerry announced that that we thought that there could have been a government surveillance van in camp. Certainly, it was. It looked like it could have been. I give it about a 50-50. But then we leave and our brake light wires cut, and as it turns out, the front driver's side lug nuts on my van were loosened, and we actually lost the wheel. Well, thank God Chad and I got off the highway before then. We were not going at a high speed, and I brought the van in for a crash landing, and we skidded the side of the road and everything. But that's just one of the things that happened in Georgia. But it did take us quite a bit of time to get out of Georgia. Go ahead, Josh.
Wait. Hang on. So we skid on the side of the road because I'm in there. The generators all come up and crash on Boris. Me, you, and Boris. Everything moves to the front. Gas ends up spilling. Bradley. But so here's what happens. Dave gets us off the road barely and Blake says he sees sparks flying. Blake passes us with the camper. Passes us as we're like on the side of the road. We watch him pass. Blake,
this is hilarious.
Blake jumps out of the front, opens the driver door, jumps out, and starts running through this guy's front yard, chasing our tire that's still rolling. This is no lie.
It came off the van. Now,
there was one question. Hang on, Josh. There was one question that was asked. Are you having a party, Josh? Where was that? Nicole Sizemore wants to know, Josh, are you having a party?
No, I'm actually in Indiana visiting family. The dog I was holding is actually my dog. I'm coming to bring back home with me. I haven't had her for a little while.
Awesome.
You got your dog back? We got another Squatch dog?
Put her up there. Come on, let's see her.
Come on.
Let's see
We
her.
got another Squatch dog.
Oh, another Squatch dog in
Been
training.
waiting to get his dog back for a
Absolutely.
little
It looks
while.
like a Jack Russell mix or something. Is that Jack Russell
Oh.
and
She's a Chiweenie.
a Chiweenie?
That's funny.
Awesome, buddy. Awesome. Glad you got your puppy back.
Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt.
No, you're fine. But no party, just family.
Yeah, so anyway, that was quite an experience and everything. And, having worked for the government before and having done stuff for them and everything, I don't know how, but this brake wire on the back of the van was cut in half using like wire cutters. It was fresh cut. The wire didn't detach on either side. It was not corroded, none of that. It was cut in half. Blake saw it as well. And just some very strange things out there as well going on. As far as us coming and going from this expedition. And it just really makes you wonder, what's going on with it all.
All right,
Yeah.
Nicole. Yes. He did have a wild ride, but we're not allowed to talk about that. That's Bradley's wild ride is saved for video, but we will admit he had a wild ride.
Yeah.
Bradley's in the chat as well, so let's give a shout out to Bradley.
Hi,
Yeah,
Bradley.
he was awesome.
How's it going, buddy?
Great guy.
Good to see you. Hope
Love you, Bradley.
everything's going well for you and you're feeling better,
Yes,
buddy.
sir. Yeah, Wild Ride was right.
I wish we could tell this story, but we can't. Oh
That's
my
why
God, it was a great story.
It will be told. It will be told. And it will be.
Yeah.
It's just something you'd never want to have happen and everything like that, but
Well,
it happened. And
It was told in
It-
Bigfoot Odyssey.
Well,
It-
what's the name of that movie where you ride the horse for how many seconds? What is it? How many seconds you have to stay on the
bull.
Yeah.
Bull riding?
Yeah, how many seconds?
It depends. Usually
Is
it's
it
like
4.9 or 3?
it's the longest you can stay on. Usually,
No, there's a
like
time.
yeah, I know
8
there's
seconds?
a time limit.
Is that
Yeah,
8
well,
seconds or?
We'll say
I think
this: Bradley surpassed that. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, man.
8 seconds. Yeah, Bradley definitely surpassed 8 seconds.
8 seconds, I think it is.
Yeah, that's what they're all saying in the chat. All right, I'm mute again. You guys go. Have
It
fun.
was a wild adventure, man. It was a wild adventure, and people are amped up, and just so there was definitely some confusion at some times, and definitely next time when we all go, definitely won't be happening like that. I think it's going to be a little bit more organized, and with more team leaders, there will be a little bit more structured functionality of responsibilities, at least, or to be on the lookout for stuff, because. Yeah, it could, because it's dangerous out there. It's definitely a dangerous area spot. I think I seen 2 snakes. They weren't poisonous. One was a baby rat snake or black snake. The other was a full-grown one. Well, there's a lot of hogs out there, and these squatches are dangerous too. I mean, they're out there. They're hot. They're kind of mean. And
Guys, we were out in the Florida swamps, feet from these things. Alligators, huge alligators, snakes.
man.
They're out there, buddy. They're all out there.
Spiders.
I have a story
Spiders.
about the trip back.
Oh my god.
Before all the bad stuff happened, we're following you. You and Josh. No, Josh was with
His wife.
yes, and we're following you, and you're alone. And all of a sudden, this snake falls out. It's about maybe 15 inches long. It falls out. We're like, this is still in Florida.
falls
This
out
snake
from
just, and it skids on the road and off the side of the road. No lie, the snake falls out from under the camper. where
under
we
the
found it.
camper. A snake falls out and rolls
Just
off to the side of the
skids
road.
off the side of the road.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, they were there. I mean, it's totally different from Michigan.
There's one night. I can admit this. The one night that you all left out, that was to be on night 6, because night 7 we went out before the rain, and I stayed back because it was large groups. I just didn't want to go with a large group. I heard a squirrel die, which is probably that big rat snake killing it right next to the camper. Windows open. This thing's going. And it's just like dying. And what about the apples, though? Everybody wants to say, well, there's raccoons. There's raccoons. They could have took them, and I agree. But we put apples on the posts, and they would disappear only in these areas that were like more secluded. When they were in the open, they didn't. Now,
you have to wait and see.
Hang on. Why didn't the raccoons raid our camp? If there were raccoons eating those apples, a raccoon will raid your camp. I've been around raccoons. I've camped a lot in my life. Now, could a squirrel eat these apples? Absolutely, but they're going to knock them off. There's going to be remnants. There was times that apples just disappeared at the little corner there where it was all thick, and they just disappeared. Am I saying Bigfoot did it? I can't. No. But
And
why
we had a gifting area right outside camp, where, and I'm not going to reveal too much about it, but it was a very interesting area that we found. And we did try some gifting, including apples, including all sorts of different things, in order to try to bring them towards camp. And it's just very interesting what we found. And you guys are going to have to watch the movie in order to to really understand what we're talking about.
Yeah, there's things happening in camp. A lot of different aspects of it. So it's up to you. If you're gonna have to watch it and decide. And hopefully some of the evidence will show up good. And there, it was an amazing trip, a really good, successful expedition all around, I believe. And that's why this next one is going to be even more top notch. We should get even more, twice as much evidence, twice as much everything. If we're going to have way more people there helping out, researching out everything, and it's going to be even more epic. Possibly getting, better patty shot footage, whatever was caught, whatever we do have, hopefully it'll be a new footage from Florida that can show some things. But I do not believe we got any actual Patterson footage, but maybe potential new faces in the tree line and whatever I captured. So
maybe some DNA as well. So,
and what we know is stuff
massive.
happened. Stuff happened that wasn't normal. We know that. We were out there in the field. We know things happened that weren't normal. And all this is going to come out in this, man, Bigfoot Odyssey. When this comes out, watch it. We can't talk about very much of this. We really can't. And I wish we could. I wish we could tell you everything. We can't. There's so much that we haven't told you that's going to come out.
You're just going to have to see, guys. Really, you're just going to have to see.
Hopefully a lot of evidence shows, because I know a lot of people were filming stuff and hopefully captured what we were seeing out there, and it'd be amazing. But a lot of people I know experienced stuff. It's one of a lifetime experience. I know that. I know, just going to Florida. Never thought I'd be, doing this, going to Florida, looking for Florida skunk ape. You dream about it as a kid, and we actually did it, guys. So go back. We're definitely going to go back to Florida a few times, actually. For this expedition, but we're also going to go visit Dave Shealy, actually, in Skunk Ape headquarters, which is a totally different spot, totally different kind of animal, actually.
Opposite side of the state. of where
Went
we
to,
were.
went to Florida. We never saw the beaches. We were in
Yeah.
we were in the swamps instead of out at the beaches. It was
Oh,
definitely
wait,
not a vacation.
wait, hang on. Time out, Dave. There was this one beach in the store, and she really made me mad.
Yeah, okay.
Had to go
Thanks.
there. Had to go there.
Don't go there, buddy. Don't
The
go there.
Florida
Yeah,
swamp. So
Josh has to walk away from that one.
No, he didn't. He didn't want to get his fart recorded on camera.
Seriously, that parabolic dish could record a mosquito's fart a mile away.
Once we had it figured out,
it's really that good. So definitely give Robert Kreider a shout out. As far as his equipment, top notch. Absolutely worth having, worth getting for this serious researcher.
if you don't buy his parabolic, buy his digital audios. You want the KX35. Okay, the thing will run for, I don't know, like 2 or 3 days straight. It has 8 gig. Yeah, that's a very good digital. So
Good night.
yeah, digital audio doesn't take too much memory up, and yeah, it's very awesome piece of equipment. He makes his own equipment too, so be on the lookout for more stuff coming soon from him. Check him out too. He's a hardcore researcher, man. He's into he does it all. He's doing some cave diving. He's doing incredible stuff and has been for a very long time. So you can watch some of the old like VHS archive footage that he's have on his Facebook channel, Robert Expeditions, Kreider Expeditions.com, Facebook. Check him out. Going to be at the conference. Definitely a good way to get some input on some technical aspects of equipment.
I'm really excited about the opportunity because after this conference, some of these guys are going out with us and we're going to an undisclosed location, but I'll get to spend nights with Adam Davies hiking through the wilderness and have the professionalism of him there. And I so look forward to this. I mean, I really do.
All of our guests that are going to be coming out, it's going to be incredible to have this group of guys together in one place at one time. What an experience.
Yeah, we have them all lined up. Well, not all of them, but most of them lined up to come to this expedition that we're hosting, a week-long expedition in northern Michigan. We actually have another super amazing guest speaker that I want to announce, but just we're hoping for he's hoping for international money flights to come over. So we don't know yet, but it's going to be awesome. You guys are going to just love this another super, super well-known, just hard hitter speaker that's going to be coming. So hopefully
if we can get him here, that would be a great thing. And we're just going to have to see.
Yeah. We're going to have to.
Travel's not what it was before COVID, buddy. So, who knows
right.
what's
We're
going to go on.
I'll announce it. He wants to. We're actually looking to have Igor Boltsev, the Russian hominologist, come over, and he wants to actually come on this expedition with us too for the week. So we're hoping to have him at the conference. Only thing that he's struggling with is internationally trying to come here from Russia. It's pretty hard right now with the COVID and all that. But he is planning to come to America for some visits. So he is looking for funding. If you guys want to help him out, he wants to make a few visits here in America. We're definitely going to fly him to Michigan when he's in the U.S. So as soon as he gets here, that's settled. But he needs help getting here. So I think you guys need to try to help contact him. Find out if you can donate, help him out, because the guy is amazing. He's been doing this for, since the 60s, and he's pretty hardcore. I've interviewed him, and he's no joke hardcore. Moves through the area for years to study these creatures. Help him out, get him to the U.S., and invite him. If you guys are throwing conferences, invite him out. Help get this guy going and. So that's what he needs help with. So I'll put the shout out for him. I think that's needed, and we're hoping to have him here as long as he can get here. He wants to visit a lot of places, so if you got a good spot, you know, he's got an opportunity to have Igor out there. You know, talk to him, work it out with him. So yeah, we're hoping to have him. It's not super official, but he's definitely wants to be on it, wants to do everything. So I'll throw that out there, guys. So this conference is going to be big. We want everyone to enjoy it and be happy with it. So we put it all out there for you guys, and it's a big risk that we're taking, probably a really big hit that we're taking, but we think it's worth it for all you guys, and show that, you know, we're professional. We actually mean what we say, and we're going to deliver, and that's what we're going to do. So this conference is just the first of many. So
and
that's where
let's
let
them know. For those that can't make it, a couple months or a month or whatever, whenever Blake decides, because he'll process it all. The conference is all going to be filmed, both rooms. The Woo room,
right,
and the main conference room is being filmed. It's exclusive to us. It will be released, but you know, your support is definitely wanted. To buy a ticket, come. Or we're not asking for donations. We're not. But buy a ticket, okay? Buy a ticket. Support.
Buy a ticket, hang out with these people.
Yes, support what we're trying to do. We'll cover this ourselves, no matter what. There's a good chance we're going to lose. We're going to, between the Lost Cryptids, we're going to have to come up with thousands of dollars to make this happen. With all the COVID, we're allowed 50% capacity, so we don't know.
Yeah,
it will go on. It will go on.
Yeah, it's going to happen, but it doesn't matter because we're providing you guys with an opportunity to hang out with us and all these people, and to get all this knowledge into one place, and to record it, and to get a good Michigan conference here in Lower Michigan and Ann Arbor. You know, so we're hopefully to do this every year and provide an awesome conference for you guys. We want it to be successful, and it's one of several things we were doing. We got a lot of research expeditions planned here in Michigan ourselves. We got a lot of stuff planned in Florida. I think we're doing some Ohio stuff, possibly Wisconsin actually also. So
there you go.
We got, if you guys got spots out there too, send us a message, invite us out there. You know, let us talk about it. Who knows? The next coming years, we're definitely looking for more places to go, more places to film, find evidence, collaborate with researchers, and you know, I think we're going to head out to Colorado and stuff too. So it's going to be a pretty big adventure. I know it's going to be pretty epic. So
yeah, Josh said he was paying for that, right? Josh is funding the Colorado trip. That's what he said.
Josh has picked out the optimal area for Sasquatch.
No, he's funding it.
I know that. So it's pretty wild place out there. But yeah, a lot of stuff's coming down the pipeline from the Lost Cryptids, and we're hopefully collaborating more and doing more stuff and going on another Bigfoot Odyssey expedition. It's going to be awesome.
Let before, because Josh wants to talk, and Josh, I know you want to. Before, we're going to do 2 outings this year that I'm figuring that anybody is welcome to join. They're not going to be in our main areas, but we're going to go into new areas, and we're willing to take people out 2 times. Maybe 3 if we get lucky, but at least 2 times this year. If you want to come out with us, those will be announced too. They'll be public, so it's not like it'll be hard to find. We'll announce them here. One's Newego. One is Newego.
We're gonna have a vetting process. You'll have to message us and stuff. So
right.
We'll send you
of course. Stuff. But people are gonna say, "I want to come."
We're gonna have some open stuff, but if you guys come to the conference stuff, we actually might have some areas to take certain people out. So again, that's why going to this conference, you might actually be able to go out with some of us. Myself, I definitely going to take some people out. You know, this is all about the research and networking and trying to find the truth. So that's what we're trying to do, and you know, we're going to try to build bridges, not burn down bridges in the research community, because that's what it seems to have happened in the last 50 years. Is you know, this jealousy, this not working with people, this, you know, my theory is better than your theory. You know, I don't believe in that. You don't believe in this. Well, we know for a fact a lot of stuff is happening, whether it's Sasquatch related or not. And we should all work together and listen to each other's opinions and at least listen to the idea. So you might have a little, you know, maybe a little piece of the puzzle that will fit into your whole puzzle system, that will have a new outlook and your whole idea that could shape the new understanding of Sasquatch research for the next 50 years. So we need to have these discussions with people. So that's what the conference is all about, is that right there.
We have two good questions, Blake. Strangeland and Robert, the last two questions.
Okay, yeah. We have some previous stuff on the YouTube channel, the Lost Cryptids Conservatory. We got Waterloo Expedition. I believe we have a few other ones.
Dude, we also have Deadstream Swamp.
Yeah, we got a few of them on the channel and stuff, and more to come very, very soon. We got more planned. But
yeah, we got some big plans coming up next year and the year after.
We got so much stuff planned. Crazy.
Yeah.
Then there's a Robert question, though. Hang on. The Robert question. I'm in Washtenaw County, and actually Wayne County. So we will do something, Robert.
Yes,
you hit somebody up, and you get approved, and we may take you with us on one of our things in the Tri-County area. So hit up Blake or hit up Dave.
Yeah, if you guys have sightings and stuff.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
Get a hold of us. You know, the numbers on the intro. I'll put it on the outro too. That is the Lost Cryptids phone number. You can call, message, anything Bigfoot related, of course, cryptid related, sightings especially, but it's a good way to contact us. Any last things you guys want to say before we end the show? Start with you, Josh, and go with you, Dave, and then Chad, and we'll end the show.
Yeah, we definitely got a lot of big stuff coming up. Of course, we got the 168 in November, and then we've got the conference, and I still think we plan on doing the Dewey Lake conference.
Oh, that's right.
And next year we're building up to do Yellowstone, hopefully.
That is on the books to be planned and issued out. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, there's a lot of exciting stuff coming up. So you'll definitely want to watch and keep an eye out, because a lot of good stuff's going to be coming out.
What about you, Dave?
Yeah, thanks to Gene and Robert and everyone who's been in the chat, and Remael from the Philippines even joins us, and he's inviting us to go to the Philippines and explore some of their cryptids there as well, and which sounds great. That would be a trip of all trips, I think.
That would be awesome.
It'd be amazing.
Who knows? One day.
Said he'd be our guide, and who knows? Yeah, definitely. If it's cryptid, we're in, buddy.
If we are in the Philippines, you definitely are going to be our guide. We would guarantee that. Yes, you're going to be out there. That's awesome.
How about you, Chad?
Yeah.
What you got to say, buddy?
What, y'all put me on a spot now? after I
Yep.
interrupted you guys all night.
Yep.
Yep. You on the spot
You know what?
finally.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. I mean, really, what we did in Florida was incredible. It really is. I wish we could tell you more. And wait till you see what we have coming up. Okay? None of us are
Oh,
friends, but we're all dedicated at what we do. And there's no way that we would all stick together if we did not trust each other. So I'm going to tell you, by following us, you're following people that all trust each other and work together and get along through everything, good and bad. And that's all I have to say. I'm going to go cry now.
it was a good bonding experience being out in the field, and you got to trust each other when you're in these deep, dark places, these actually dangerous places from normal wildlife, regardless of the cryptid situation. But you got to have some trust, and almost feels like a family. And that's it's a good thing. So, and that's what this expedition was. A good group of people, and it almost did feel like a good family, which is good. Helps the expedition and it keeps people safe. So, but yeah, stay tuned for more for the Lost Cryptids Conservatory. We're going to be doing a little more live shows very soon, and I think we're going to be on a lot of other shows here soon also. So stay tuned. I know Josh has his program, the
Hide
Go
and
ahead,
Seek
Josh.
Archive. So if you want
Hide
to
and Seek Archive. Yep.
If you want to be on my podcast, you can email me at hideandseekarchives@gmail.com and tell us about your experience or your story. That'd be awesome.
Or you just message them on Facebook at Josh.
That too. You can find me on Facebook.
It's
Yeah.
probably the
Or
easiest way.
you can contact any of these guys, and they can give you my info, whichever you
Exactly.
prefer.
So let people contact him. Get on his show. Let's get him bumped up to subscribers and some views, and contact us here at the Lost Cryptids. If you want to come on this show, got an experience, want to talk, discuss things. So
I would
yeah.
also say, Blake, while we're on here, I would also say just be watching for us to go live. Just be looking for us to go out live in the field sometimes.
That's
And,
happening in the next 2 weeks, you guys.
And we'll be on. We'll be out there, guys. So be watching.
Spoiler alert, Dave just knocked me out. We're going live twice in the next 2 weekends. So hang on and be ready.
Be there with us, guys.
Yeah,
What?
we
We got
some awesome things
Josh.
planned.
Josh this weekend, right? We're going
I don't know
to
yet.
Oh, okay.
We'll
But then
We'll
we
see.
got Ohio the following weekend.
And I know you have me the following weekend and then the conference the next weekend. So I don't know yet.
What conference? Oh, the Ohio one?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll discuss that here in a second. But thank you guys for watching the show. We really appreciate everyone in the comments, in the chat. We love you guys. Florida was awesome. We'll talk about it more on some other shows, and as more gets released, definitely going to be wanting to talk about it. So wonderful experience. Thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, here's the outro and the number to contact the Lost Cryptids.